Hey guys, just sitting here before class gets started. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things about the cold drills. One thing is I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about them, so happy about that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. Some things I wanted to touch on about them, just so you understand the thought process behind them. One thing is that they were my mindset in making them was strictly about EDC. So for somebody that carries every day, obviously you can use them in any capacity you want, but that was my focus behind it. Okay, so for the person that carries every day, that is going to be required to, if they have to pull their gun in self-defense, have an on-demand performance cold. So it was a way to give you an assessment of where you stand with that. So what they're about, and you've heard me say this if you watch the videos and my demos on them, is that they're about hard skills only. They're not tactics, okay, in any capacity. So I just tried to lump together a bunch of different hard skills, and I made 10 of them. So you could take a look at them and see, but that's what it's about. It's about combining a bunch of hard skills together into one run as opposed to just doing individual drills. So you get a bunch of different skills worked in one and each individual drill. It gives you an assessment of your on-demand performance cold. Like I said, is it going to be your best run? I don't know. Maybe, probably not. Is it going to be your fastest run? I don't know. For me, sometimes I have better days than others. Sometimes I'll run a drill, a Bill drill, a Blake drill. I look back at it. It's not the fastest I can do it, but that's not what this is about. It's about giving you an assessment of where you stand cold. So the most critical thing is that these are done cold, meaning you get out of the car, you hang the target and run it. There's no practice runs, no dry draws at all. The gun doesn't come out of the holster until you start the drill. That's it. If you take it out one time, it defeats the whole purpose of doing the drill and essentially just forfeits the whole drill. So leave the gun in the holster. One of the things is that people are afraid of a bad target. This is not the time to be afraid of a bad target, okay? Run the drill cold, see where you stand, and assess it afterwards, okay? Good, bad, or indifferent. If it's good and you made all the hits and you did a decent time, look and see where you can improve on. Could I have done that particular portion of the drill faster? Okay, could I have moved a little faster? Was the reload a little sloppy? Whatever it is. If it's bad, then assess why it's bad. Okay, is it because you felt something like, oh, I pushed into the gun on that one, I called that shot, I knew I messed that up, or your shirt got caught on the mag, or whatever the case may be? Or is it a lack of proficiency where you have to run out to 25 yards and you can barely make A-zone hits at 25 yards, and that's a lack of proficiency and something where you might need to work on. Okay, one main thing, and I say this not only to you guys, but also I say it to myself, is don't compare apples and oranges, okay? Don't look at Instagram and then start comparing your cold run to some of the, something you see on Instagram. Don't look at somebody, type up Blake drill and see somebody pull their fastest, best time for a Blake drill and then compare it to your Blake drill in a cold run. It's two completely different things, okay? What we're looking for in on-demand performance cold is proficiency, okay? That I can put you anywhere in the range, and we can, it can be distance, movement, no matter what the course of fire is, without you knowing. First time out, you draw the gun and run it, and you can run it well. Does it mean it's going to be your best run or your fastest run? No, not necessarily. But you should be able to do it proficiently, okay? We want to be able to perform at a consistent, repeatable, high level of performance, okay, of proficiency. So it's always easier to be able to perform at that level, that high level, and then slow down. It's easy then. But for you to have that, slow down and get your hits mentality, okay, all that does is it instantly induces plateaus. Okay, that's all you're going to do is going to have one plateau after another because you're never going to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to run it fast and get uncomfortable. Obviously safe, but you've got to get uncomfortable and learn how to perform at a higher level. And then slowing down is always easier. But trying to speed up when you're not used to it, it's going to be a mess. Okay, so those are a couple of things I wanted to cover there. The other thing is, as far as changing it up, if these drills become, too predictable, or they're getting too easy for you, then switch it up. I mean, it's not written in stone. You can switch up layers of clothing, distances, par times, whatever. Add in a reload, a malfunction, 90-degree turns, 180-degree turns, whatever it is. Okay, you can switch it up. I do the hit factor scoring because that's just simply the best way to measure your performance. It gives you a good assessment of your speed and acceptable accuracy for whatever it is you're doing. It gives you a way to measure if you're actually getting better or not. All right. I don't put a standard out there necessarily for somebody to beat, because these are just cold drills for you against you to get better for your everyday carry. Okay. If guys start sending me their times and stuff like that, and I'll start posting my times just so we can kind of get an average, that's great. And I'll put them up, so people can just see what other people are doing. But it's not that kind of thing where you're out there trying to beat somebody for Instagram. This is just for you to improve. That's it. One thing is that I've talked about, because it's a cold run and because it's essentially a one-shot deal that you get. Okay, I bring you out on the range and you have once, maybe twice to do this, and that's it. All right. Guys get, intimidated is a little bit of a strong word, but they get nervous about doing it because they know it's only a one-shot deal. That's the point. Okay, so the idea is that, some guys want to run it more conservatively, but you should be trying to run it as aggressively as possible and have it be at a consistent and repeatable high level. Okay, that's what the goal should be. I say this all the time. Having a gun gives you the potential to fight back. It doesn't give you the skill set to fight back. And your skill set needs to be accessible on demand and under stress, or it's not a skill set you own. It's as simple as that. I just wanted to touch on a couple of those things. Let me know what you think. And if you have any questions or anything like that, DM me. And I hope you guys are enjoying them. And just, get out there and challenge yourself and, see what you can do. All right. Thanks.